Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Zara, or you can call me Sifon-Lola. This is actually gonna be my first video on a movie. So more like this is a movie review video. Okay, and I am super duper excited about the movie that's just been trending and gaining waves and attention everywhere. A Nigerian movie or series known as To Kill a Monkey, written and produced by Kemi Adetiba. Okay, I do not intend to take your time by rambling and rambling without not getting to the point. So I will like to just head straight to it. I want to give my thoughts on the movie. For those of you who have watched it, I don't know what you think. Maybe you can put down your thoughts in the comment section. But those of you who haven't watched it, I'm just gonna give you a snippet, like a verbal snippet of like what happened in the movie. So there is this guy known as Efemini Edewo. Yeah, and he had like a rough kind of childhood financially, which made him judge his parents, especially his dad, for not being able to give him the kind of life he wanted. The way he saw his counterpart having the kind of very beautiful life with all their needs and wants sorted out, and because of that he misjudged his parents, or his dad to be precise. But life took a different turn for him, and he also got in the same situation. He even has he has a daughter in the movie, a grown-up daughter who looks up to him too for her financial needs. And so he, because of the way the Nigerian economy is presently, he struggles to try to make ends meet. But somehow life was not favorable to him. Quoting one of his ogas, or one of his bosses told him, God does not like you, God hates you, right? Because he struggled. He has he can barely eat. And to think at the same time too, he has a wife. The wife is called Nosa, right? He has a wife, and the wife, thinking that she's past childbearing age, luck shown on them, even though the luck was not timely, that she gets pregnant with triplets, and still financial constraints up and down. Effect could not even pay for the hospital bills. But anyways, fast forward to when luck finally shone on him through his longtime friend in the university known as Obos, that boss. And I did also mention that Ife is a waiter in a restaurant, right? And he keeps getting money from his bosses in advance, and when his pay comes, they take out of it, and he's left with nothing more than 1,000 naira at times. So he's a struggling young guy when the series started, until he met a boss. But a boss is into some sort of fraudulent business. A boss is in what most people, more like a street slang that we call Yahoo, right? Yeah, trying to scam people of their hard-earned money online. It's more like a cybersecurity attack, right? Or a security attack on the internet, like what people have, their dealings, their businesses, their bank apps, and all of that. So that's what that boss is actually into. So, and that boss tells Efe, this is what I am into. And it kind of struck a moral code, like a moral kind of chord on Efe. So Efe, at first instance, he said, no, I'm not going to be able to do it. But again, the wife, Nosa, not knowing the deeds like of what actually, or of what, went through, or like what was going on between, in terms of verbal discussion, right, between a boss and a fair. She's like, you have to do what you have to do. Why? What happened? You turned down the job offer. But because Ife has a goal in mind, wanting to satisfy his family, so Ife finally agrees. But Nosa doesn't know what's actually inside this job, right? That Ife had to refuse at first, until later when she got to know. And by that time, like I in my place we say, when you dine with the devil, you need to use a long spoon. It was actually too late for Efe to withdraw, but Efe kept having the hopes that, okay, once he makes this kind of money, he's gonna come out, make a business, and yeah. So that's how the series went on, until again luck went out, and at the end of the movie he was actually arrested. But even though it came with a price too, he had to betray, in quotes, or boss the boss. He had to betray boss the boss for a street lord known as Teacher. Teacher got involved because Teacher wanted his own percentage of the money that our boss has been making. Like, I need 30%. And so because Teacher is kind of brutal, Teacher had to indirectly attack Efe's family. An instance is taking his daughter and putting in the freezer, and a whole lot of other stuff. So Efe, being a peaceful kind of person, in quotes, Efe is like, tells our boss, I don't like this, my family's being affected, whatever we owe this guy, let's give it to him. And our boss, being a man, being a street guy, more like a thug, ruggedity at its best, right? Our boss is like, no, it's gonna be an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. How can I give him my proceeds? Except you want me to give out of your own. But even at that, I still can't give him. So that's what more like triggered a war. But at the end of the day, if I still served our boss, the boss's head on, a platter to Teacher. That's the part of the movie that did not go well with most people. Yeah. So I think as we go forward in this my movie review, we would see my own thoughts on my own thoughts on each of the characters. So stay tuned, do not log out. It's actually my first time of doing this movie review, so please bear with me. Any errors, I think as we go forward it's gonna get better. So bye, see you soon.